Okay, so let me know if. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Sorry about the sound. Let me know if it's working now. Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah, I tried to put on my AirPods to so I don't have to stop the mute the mic every time. Okay, nice to see you all here. Hello, Rafael, Bob, Simply Electronics, Vinto, Arsuni, Tommy, Rafael. Hello, Juan. Okay, so that's great. So like I said, I guess you didn't hear it, but I wanted to take a look at kind of the new models. That's kind of this, yeah, models in the web dev arena. So basically, Lobster, because I saw yesterday there was a lot of talking about this on Reddit and on X, right? People trying out these models in LM Arena and Web Dev Arena. So they were talking about that OpenAI are testing these models now. So one model is kind of Senate in LM Arena, and we're going to try out web dev here to see if we can get the Lobster model. Expect a release next week. Yeah, there was some talk about GPT-5 in August, so hopefully it's early August. I hope so. It's going to be interesting. So they were talking about GPT-5 being this route model, so it's going to kind of route everything from ChatGPT. Yeah, I hope so too. So it's probably going to route instead of having this mess, right? I think they were talking about just having one GPT-5. Hello, Benjamin. And just routing between models based on the user request. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. But I guess we will still have choice on GPT-5 probably to on the API to pick whatever model we want. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to solve that. Unified model, yeah, I think so. But it's probably going to be routed, right? I kind of like the approach Anthropic have. I guess they have three models. So we're going to do some testing here on the Web LM Arena. Yeah, to see if we can get the Lobster model. So if you have any idea what kind of UI we are going to build, just let me know. I thought we could start with something simple like create a Tetris game with a 60s sci-fi style or something like that. Ah, that's cool, Benjamin. They released Agent to Plus in Australia today. Pretty clunky, Bob. Yeah, we tried it yesterday on stream. We did kind of ChatGPT Agent versus Manus, and we kind of figured out that Manus was better in everything we tried. But I haven't done anything else with ChatGPT Agent yet. So if you don't know how LM Arena works, we can do this prompt here. And when we press go, this is going to build two versions of this. But we don't know what kind of model it is until we pick a winner. So we can kind of vote here. Left is better, right is better. Both are bad or a tie. Doctor dashboard for translations of patients in real time. Yeah, we can try that. But we don't have any APIs or anything. But we can do the dashboard. This is basically a web dev. It's like a UI, right? So did we send this request? It was very slow here now. But the idea is that we can do two prompts and compare them. Hello, Neo. Yeah, it's pretty early. I'm on a different time zone, I guess. So I didn't have a lot of plans today. The weather is kind of bad here, so I thought just sit on my computer for some hours. So let's open up a new one and try again. So this is kind of, yeah, now it's working. It's creating two different UIs, and we can kind of vote for the one that we think are best. So I was hoping to get the Lobster model, and then we can kind of compare it. So we are doing a Tetris game with a 60s sci-fi style. So we're just gonna let this work, I think. Some other plans I had today. I wanted to take a look. I'm broadcasting races right now with Women's World VRC. Okay, cool. I wanted to take a. I have a new. Um, I tested this draw on frame video generation with VO3. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna take a look at that. I'm gonna take a look at kind of the new model from Runway, a new AI video generator. I think it looks pretty interesting. We might take a look at some Claude Code sub-agents. And I wanted to take a look at this article. I think it looks pretty cool. Claude Code is my computer. So this is kind of what I've been doing too. I'm kind of using Claude Code for everything, not just coding. So we're gonna look at this article, I thought, and we might watch some videos. Just take it as is. Okay, so you can see we are starting. This is already done, is it? Doesn't look like it's working. Well, let's wait for this. Doctors often face people from other countries. Yeah, we can try that prompt. I'm still in shock with Claude Code agents. You try them? GPT-5 CLI, yeah, that would be cool. I guess they have their, what is it called? Codex CLI? So I don't know what the plan is around GPT-5. Probably not, I guess. But it would be cool. I don't know what kind of model GPT-5 is gonna be. Okay, so the one on the left there is still working. The time zone in Brazil is way behind, so I have to be up early. Aha, okay. Hungary. Interesting. 23 agents working for 3 hours. Wow. So what kind of agents, Juan, did you create? Just like to manage your app, I guess? Or build new features? So this game was pretty bad. It doesn't really work. There's no UI here. Well, let's wait for this one. It's still writing the code for this. Yeah, it does sound like we tested the agents. I created some agents yesterday just to test it out, and it looks like they spend a lot of tokens, but I found them pretty neat. So I have my so this is the stream agent I created yesterday. So it just looks for trending topics in the AI space that I can kind of cover here on the stream. Just late trending AI topics. So it looks at Reddit, X, YouTube, and Hacker News, I think, and try to compile a list here of things I can take a look at. Works pretty good, but it's using MCP servers. Okay, so doesn't look like this is working. So I would say Both are bad. So we're gonna try again. Very laggy. Let's try this again. Which YouTube API are you using to get this information? You mean YouTube? Yeah. For the agent, I'm just using the YouTube API. Yeah. I built all the agents having Claude Code agents documentation, and I build each agent using Claude. Yeah. But what do the agents do? Do they have like a single use case, like writing tests, or do they have like a special operation in a part of the code base, or? It's very slow here now. I don't know. Might be overloaded. So this, it says this was one-shotted by the Lobster. I think it was pretty cool. So it's like this triangle with the ball bouncing inside, but he created these sliders here. Looks pretty good though. So you can adjust the friction, the bounce, the rotation speed. Neo, I think I'm using the one with O out, yeah, or out V3 or something. I really need a model that is great at intuitive UI design. Claude is the best so far, but still pretty limited. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Since I don't do a lot of UI, but yeah, V3, that's correct. But I think the models have gotten pretty good at. Okay, this looks pretty good. So let's try this game, if it works. So I can start. Okay, that looks pretty good. Can zoom in a bit, I guess. So let me try this game here. So this is Tetris. Kind of cool. Why did I get a point there? Okay, that's pretty strange. Okay, that is buggy. It looks good, but it doesn't really work. Okay, let's see if this is gonna work. Thanks, Zach. Nice to meet you. I recently heard Apple is considering using Claude instead of ChatGPT. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things about Apple. They were also kind of looking at Mistral, and they were also thinking about switching for Anthropic. But I don't know. It's kind of strange that Apple doesn't try to do their own AI thing. I guess they tried yesterday. Last year with Apple Intelligence didn't really work out, did it? So what we can do now is this code didn't run, so we can say left is better, and we should be able. There was some error there. Yeah, we can see this is one of the new models. So this is Nectarine, right? That was the winner. The other one was Claude 4 Sonnet. Okay, so I guess the code didn't run. I don't know why. So Nectarine, if we look at the tweet here, this is to be one of the new models from OpenAI. I don't know what model it is, but I wanted to see if we can get the Lobster one. So let's try The doctor dashboard. You have to click blocks to see the... Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, Baronin. I'm gonna do that afterwards. I'm not so familiar with this. I haven't really tried it before. But thanks for that. I'm gonna do it the next time we don't see anything. But let's try the doctor dashboard. Who wanted that? It was... let's do that. Create a dashboard for doctors for translations in real time. Okay, let's just see what happens. Any news about the GPT-5 launch data? I don't have any big news. I was just looking at the posts on Reddit and X. I don't think there's anything concrete. It's just like leaks or hints. I'm not quite sure. So we looked at this lobster, nectarine, and starfish. These are kind of new OpenAI unreleased models. You used any of the music generating AIs? Yeah, Zach, I have used Suno. I use that for sound in the videos. You use Max Cloud 20 and OpenAI Enterprise. Okay, I have Claude Max 10 now. I bet you use a lot of tokens then, Juan. Okay, so this did not run. Seems a bit buggy. I tested this morning. Worked much better. I don't know what's happened. Maybe I need to... I don't know. Very strange. Now it's generating. Yeah, I bet you use a lot of tokens then. Udio, yeah, that's pretty good. Fictional Norwegian band. Did you see that band? Was it called the Velvet Sunrise or Sundown or something? Claude Max 100, yeah. I'm on that now and seems to be fine for my use case so far. Okay, so this is running now. So we kind of got our first dashboard here. And let's wait for this one. So how does this work? Velvet Sundown, yeah. Ah, you're from Norway, Juan. That's cool. Me too. Not from Norway, but you live in Norway. Anthropic points out that the more extended the thinking mode is, the less efficient the model becomes, which is probably why GPT-5 is set to replace. Yeah, I saw something about that the other day, and I've seen it too. Like if the reasoning models think too long, they just make things up. Okay, Zach. So where do you live now? Well, let's take a look here. So this was the first dashboard. So here you can select a patient. So yeah, I don't know. I guess the idea here is that she types in Spanish and you can see it down here in English. But why shouldn't you answer in English here? It's probably not gonna work though, but translated, yeah. Okay. But let's look, that was maybe a bit basic, but let's take a look at this one. So here we have, okay, that's pretty neat. We have English to Spanish. Yeah, this is more like it. So you talk in English, you can see the translation in Spanish here, and you get the answer in Spanish, and it's turned into English again. Okay? Yeah, we don't have any API now. Big mistake. I guess it doesn't translate, but I would say, hello, iBug. Is the Sonnet 4 Max plan sufficient for daily use? Does the limit run out before the end of the month? So you mean for Claude Code? I guess maybe some other people here could answer. Hello, Bono. But for me, the max plan for Claude Code is, for me, it's been good enough. But I know people here have a lot of bigger projects. So I don't know, Juan, would you say max 200 is good enough? So here I would vote for left is better. So on the right, we had GPT 4.1, and the winner was Kimi K2. I think this is a really good model, by the way. I'm gonna try it one day here now in Open Router. Kimi K2. This looks pretty good. Yeah. Let's do. I want to see if we can get the Lobster one. Recreate the original Donkey Kong game. XY, it's entirely good enough. I have not hit any limits using Opus, only on the 200 plan. Just don't use one task for the whole project, new feature. New contacts task. A single app that was done with Claude Code, so for 20K, that's crazy, made in 3 days. If you're an extreme power user or earn money by coding every day, the 200 is the best choice. I think the 200 is really good value if you have a use case for it. I think I've seen people spending like $1,500 of API tokens for like 200. So that's crazy good value. So I think it is good value. Okay, so we have the first Donkey Kong game. How does this work? Okay, so I can climb. Yeah, it works. But I can't. Okay, so I guess I'm moving the. How do you do this? Yeah, I'm moving the. There's some bugs here. It looks fine. Okay, so let's see this one. A bit basic. And it doesn't really work, does it? I think I have to do this. Okay, so now it works. It's very slow though. But I think this one, I can't walk up the, I can't come up the ladder. One time, I used around $1,200 of API for 200. Yeah, that's good value, right? One time I saw someone tell Claude Code to program GTA 7 and don't make any mistakes. I think I saw that too. That was pretty funny. Click space? Okay, I didn't see that. Ah, I see it. Yeah, I'm trying. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna vote for right one. Yeah, I can't pass the floor here. I'm stuck on the floor. But I'm gonna vote on the right one. So that was Nectarine. I want to see the Lobster one. So Nectarine is also one of the new OpenAI models. And the second one was Kimi K2. Looks a bit basic. That scroll, yeah, I know it's messing things up. So I am on 100, but it doesn't matter too much. Does anyone have a UI we can try to build? Just let me know, and I will try it. You have the option to join Anthropic's partnership program, 30% discount on input costs. Okay, that's pretty interesting. But is that kind of, you have to spend so much tokens, I guess, per month or something? I have 6 developers in my small company. Cool. I don't even care about GPT-5 after I tried agents from Claude. Yeah, Matthias, I'm gonna try. I kind of messed that up, didn't I? AI Ultra deal for 125 a month. Okay, so you mean the VO3 tokens, I guess? If you make a lot of VO3 videos, I think 125 is okay. Kind of depends. Have you tried Super Design for UI components? No. Is that where you? I think I heard of it, but I haven't tried it. Usually plans where you have a minimum monthly spend of 20K. Yeah, that was if you go below, you still pay 20K. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. You have kind of like a minimum. You have to spend so and so much, I guess. Tokens, API tokens. Create a glass-based UI. Okay, we can do that. But what of? Let's do create a landing page with uh, let's try liquid glass UI. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's working. IDE extension. Okay, I haven't tried it. Liquid UI team chat application with a dark theme. Yeah, let's try this first. Let's see what happens. And we can try that. Does anyone know what this style is called? I've seen some website with this UI styling. This boxes with this big shadow. I think it looks pretty neat, but I don't know what the styling is called. I've seen it on some websites. I really wanted to see if we can get the material UI design. Take a screenshot and ask, yeah, we can do that. What style is this? Let's try it. Retro, yeah, but I think it's called like a specific neo retro physics. I was thinking more about the style neo retro. Try it. Material UI design. Okay, so this is supposed to be a liquid glass UI. I don't know. This is fine. This looks a bit boring. I think I like this one most, but I don't even know what liquid glass is. Neo. Okay, I'll try that. Neo brutalism. Neo. So I will do right is better. So that was Gemini 2.5 Pro, and left was Mistral. Oops, Mistral Medium. Let's try create a landing page in Brutalism with some animations. Yeah, is it Gumroad where I saw this? Yeah, almost. Kinda, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah, I think it's pretty popular. Yeah, that was good. So it was new brutalism. Exactly. So that was a good one, Bob. That was pretty good. Made with love in the browser. Did we get any animations? Yeah, we got some. Pretty cool. We got some animations here. Let's wait for this one. I want to try this here. I'm gonna try to do I want to try to do a poll here. I haven't tried that for a while on YouTube. Go. Okay, I'll try that, Golden. But I want to try. Is this still working? Yeah, still writing. Best one. Left. Uh, Let me just try this. It's been a while. Do you see that vote? Okay, so it looks like it's working. So we have this one. This is the right one. I guess the header here is a bit strange. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Kind of missed the header here. Other than that, it looks pretty cool. And this one was a bit better, maybe. I would vote for this one. That's left. Let me see here. So everyone has voted left. Yeah, it looks like that. So let's see what kind of model that is. Shadows on the right are a bit off as well. Yeah. Yeah, I think the left one is better. 100%. Okay, so let's see what kind of model that was left. So that was GPT 4.1. The other one was Kimi K2. What are you eating? It's just some protein stuff. Kimi K2, and the winner was GPT 4.1. So we can close this. Okay, so voting works pretty good. That's nice. Skir. Hello, Annie. Ring protein stuff. Yeah. Okay, so let's do a new one. I saw someone tried. Yeah, we can try the liquid one. Generate a liquid glass themed chat app with a dark theme, dark aesthetic. Try that. Generate a liquid glass themed chat app with a dark aesthetic. Okay, let's see how that turns out. I speed up the testing by putting this into the prompt. Print your LLM model name in the comments. Does that work? We can try that. Print your LLM model name in the comments as the first line of code. Yeah, we're gonna try that. This page cannot be found. That was a good one. This is still writing. Okay. Foxtrot. Was that one of the... No, that was starfish. We haven't seen lobster yet. Okay. Yeah, you can see... Okay, so that crashed. Okay, this was pretty bad. You can see it says foxtrot.dev here. I don't know what that means, but there's some errors here. So, big fail. I'm gonna do both are bad. So this was Lobster. That was disappointing, right? We were looking forward to that. Looks interesting behind here, but there are some errors. That was disappointing. There might be because... No, I don't have the dark reader on. Try to open this. No. Well, that was kind of disappointing, I guess. And this was Gemini Flash. It was very quick. Okay, that was a big fail. Yeah, maybe I should have tried that. Yeah, we give it another shot. Eva. So someone said print your... Let's try that. Okay, we can do a 3D 3JS shooter game. Game. And then let's try important. Print your LLM model name in comments. In comments as the first line of code. Let's see if we can get the model name. I haven't tried that before. So we've seen lobster, we've seen nectarine, starfish. I think I got starfish this morning. And there was also some people were reporting that OpenAI are now testing out GPT-5. They said it's because of some mathematic questions, I guess. I got tons of which answer do you like the best surveys on O3. I have not seen that, but I haven't tried it that much. Hello, Blizzard. How small is your monitor with comments? Uh, it's on my other screen here. 27 something. Ah, so you can see this took some more time. 3JS shooter game. Okay, so here it says GPT-4o mini. And here we failed to compile, but we got GPT-4. Is that GPT-4? That's very old. Didn't Sam Altman say not to expect the good mathematical GPT-5? Yeah, I don't think so. You haven't tried properly the agents from Claude? No, I haven't had time to do like a deep dive on them. Not yet. I doubt the models know who they are. Yeah, we're gonna see now. So let's see what happens. So this is done. This is a build error. This doesn't do anything. So let's see now if the both are bad. So this was starfish. Doesn't look like it worked. 2.5 flash. So this was starfish. So you mean open a new tab? Okay. I guess I can't now. Gemini, I think it's GPT-4. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we can import here. I'm not quite sure. I'm not so familiar with. I haven't really tried this. I think it was one of the OpenAI team that says the math model isn't the one going to be released. Yeah, the one that did that gold IMO thing, EMO. Yeah, I know. A lot of models says they are Claude, Anthropic, and stuff like that. A lot of models are really bad with React. Yeah, that might be the case. I have some good success with Sonnet, I guess, on React. Maybe Opus. You ever done that thing where you take responses from different LLMs and put them into the other ones and make them have a conversation? I've done like with APIs where they kind of send the messages back and forward to each other. That's pretty fun. You can do like an endless loop. But let's come back to this. I wanted to check out something else. I wanted to. Could you do it with Claude Code agents? I'm not quite sure. Not sure. But I wanted to take a look at this one. That looked pretty interesting. Claude Code is my computer. I wonder if you can get ChatGPT agent to open another ChatGPT window and have a conversation with an LLM. I think I tried that before with Manus or Claude computer use, and it did work. When you set up a group of agents, you call them main. Uh, they will be calling each other like in real life without having to watch. Ah, okay. Yeah, you can easily do some role playing with different LLM models. Let's do. I want to check this out. I'm just gonna update the title. So if you make a team of 20 agents, all of them will work and have feedback alone. But let's say you have 20 agents. Is there any context sharing? I guess not between them. It just shares context to the main. Claude Code is my computer reminds me of McCabe Wrigley's video letting Claude use his Mac. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't read this article, but I just found it interesting. I need seriously get a new keyboard here. I might just plug in this one. Give me a second. I use the bypass mode in Claude and just a subscription. Okay, that's pretty cool. AI AI's coding is cool, but I wish they were equally geared towards creative writing too. Yeah, I have not done a lot of creative writing with LLMs. I guess they are not that good, are they? But I wanted to take a look at this. It's not so new, but I just wanted to check it out. So this is Claude Code. It's my computer. So for the past 2 months, I've been living dangerously. I launched Claude Code. I launched Claude Code with have you tried this? Dangerously skip permissions. The flag that bypasses all permission prompts. According to Anthropic's docs, this is meant only for Docker containers with no internet, and yet it runs perfectly regular on macOS. So yes, a rogue prompt could theoretically nuke my system. That's why I keep an hourly arc snapshots plus a super duper clone. But after 2 months, I have 0 incidents. So has anyone of you tried this one? I think I tried it a few times. Skip permissions. It is pretty interesting. So I think I created a few things that just did this skip everything. But I understand why they want this to do this in a container. I use it all the time because I don't want to accept edits. Yeah, that's what I was using it to. I don't fancy a lot of broken Git commits. Just curious, what video software do you use for recording your YouTube videos? Do you mean OBS? Or for screen capture, I just use OBS, I guess. And for editing, Premiere Pro. So from AI assistant to everything terminal. This is kind of what I've been trying to do with Claude Code. Making into an everything terminal. So I kind of have, if you look at this project, I have my MCP servers. I run like the Discord community. I have 11 labs, Firecrawl, Gemini, GitHub, Gmail. I have a mail here. I have my Grok MCP. I can make videos, images, and I can check Reddit. I can take screenshots. I have my crypto and YouTube uploads. So a beginning. It's a beginning. But I wanted to see what he uses it for here in his article. So from AI assistant to everything terminal. When I first installed Claude Code, I thought I was getting a smarter command line for coding tasks. What I actually got was a universal computer interface that happens to run in text. The mental shift took a few weeks, but once it clicked, I realized Claude can literally do anything I ask on my computer. Yeah, it is pretty cool. I don't know if it can. I think you can create MCP servers that kind of control apps too. So I think I saw an MCP server that controls. Is it called Blender or something like that? Hello, AI Gentic. Try out the new Claude Code. Yeah, we did it yesterday. It's very cool. We might take a look at it afterwards. The breakthrough moment came when I was migrating to a new Mac. Instead of doing the usual restore dance, I pointed Claude at my backup disk and said, restore this Mac from my backup disk. Start with the dot files, then system preferences, CLI tools, restore homebrew, global npm packages. I haven't tried this before. Claude drafts a migration plan, executed step by step, has my new machine ready in under an hour. Okay, that's pretty interesting. AI Agentic is mind-blowing. I created an app last night, a couple of hours. It's pretty cool, right? So what I actually use it for. My daily Claude Code usage falls in several main outcomes. Ship content. So convert 40 posts from Jekyll to MDX format here. Make sure to copy over the images, preserve the redirects. 20 minutes later, Claude has processed every single post, set up proper redirects, validated all image paths, and pushed a merge ready branch. Okay. Interesting. Extract features. Extract these features into a Swift project where Claude creates a package structure, writes tests, documentation, and handles the entire open source release process. Interesting. Automate content, like this very post. I use Whisper Flow to talk with Claude. Yeah, I've used that too. Explain the topic and tell it to read my past blog post to write in my style. Instead of wrestling with markdown formatting, Claude creates the document, helps formulate thoughts, and tests that everything displays correctly. Yeah, I've used Whisper. I think I have something called Super Whisper now. I think it's called that. When I can do like talk inputs. I kind of like that. I don't use it every time, but sometimes saves me a bit of time. Generate test data, create a seed data for a project, turns into Claude analyzing my code base, understanding the data models, generating realistic test data with proper relationships. I think it's good for that. Ship code. I haven't typed git commit -m in weeks. Instead, I just say commit everything in logical chunks. Yeah, I use that too. Claude handles the entire flow staging changes, writing meaningful commit messages, pushing, opening PRs, watching CI, and fixing any CI failures. When the build breaks, it analyzes the errors and patches them automatically. It's also extremely good at resolving merge conflicts. Yeah, I fixed build errors many times with Claude Code. So thoughts say, apparently Anthropic uses Claude to run a 3D printer using a camera and some simple screenshots. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I guess in theory, you could create an MCP for some of your apps. I haven't really tried it. But like I said, I've seen that Blender one, and I think there's a music app you can connect to MCP. So he uses Claude Code to clean the OS, hide recent apps in the dock, becomes a single natural language command instead of Googling for the right defaults. Yeah. Claude knows Mac OS internals and happily calls kill all dock to restart the dock after modifying the lists. Okay. Yes, you can use custom personal MCPs. You build them. Yeah. But I was wondering, could I build an MCP for, I don't know, I don't have many apps here, but let's say Apple Music. I don't know, to control this. I guess you could. Do you know Indie Dev Dan? Yeah, I really enjoy his videos, especially on Claude Code. He's great. He goes really deep, though. Maybe a bit too deep for my projects, but he's great, though. I wonder if you can use code to restore cut content to a video game. I don't know, maybe. He uses Claude Code to spin up new machines. Recently, when setting up Code Looper's code signing and notarization, Claude handled installing homebrew packages, creating private keys, adding them to the keychain, creating backups, building the project, uploading to GitHub, running tests, and monitoring the process. The only manual part was clicking through the updated UI, but with my Mac OS Automator MCP server, I could probably teach it that too. I use an alias in my shell config, so I just type cc runs Claude with the permission flag. Cool. Yeah, I think there's so many things you can use Claude Code for. I think we're just gonna see more and more of it, especially now with the agents and the MCPs. Why this works and when it doesn't. Claude Code shines because it has a built-in command line first, not bolted onto an IDE as an afterthought. The agent has full access to my file system, can execute commands, read outputs, and iterate based on results. Yes. Anthropic's best practices guide recommend keeping a Claude MD file. I use that. At the repo root with a project-specific context, I've adopted this pattern and noticed Claude ask fewer clarifying questions and write more accurate code. You can check out my Claude Code rules on how I structure these files. Little optimization like this compound quickly. Yeah, do you guys use Claude MD files and like cursor rules or Claude Code rules? I've turned all his videos into MP3. I can listen to them in the car. Yeah, he's really good. I like him. Could really do anything if you have the knowledge to help guide Claude to do what you need to do. I saw a guy on YouTube use Claude to fix an alpha version of Minecraft. Yeah, I've seen people do this. They use different models to build on Minecraft. I don't know if it's an MCP, but it's pretty cool. The main limitation for Claude Code is response time. Claude's thinking process takes a few seconds, and for rapid fire debugging sessions, I sometimes reach for traditional tools. However, you can prefix command with exclamation to run them. Without waiting for token evaluations, Claude will execute your command either way. But this is faster when you know exactly what you're calling. For exploration work, where I'm not sure what I need, Claude's reasoning ability more than compensates for a brief pause. It's fine. And you could do parallel stuff too. I got 6 machines running code as we speak. No cursor. You just need Claude Code console. Yeah, it's great. What is this? Warp? I've heard of that. Warp's mission to reinvent the command line with AI. They built a beautiful GPU-accelerated panel, smart autocomplete. The fundamental difference comes down to trust and execution flow. Claude operates purely through text and is remarkably intelligent about understanding context and intent. With this setup, I can pre-authorize Claude to execute commands without constant confirmation prompts. Warp, while excellent, requires individual approval for each command. There's no equivalent I can't express that word, to Claude's dangerous mode. Yeah, he's kind of referring to the dangerous, what did he call it? Dangerously skip permissions. This flag. It's pretty cool. Where you can grant blanket execution trust. This means Claude maintains conversational flow while Warp still interrupts with permission requests. I haven't tried Warp. Hello, Side Hustle. The same goes to Roblox, where they create a game via vibe coding. Okay, kind of tedious. I never tried Roblox, but I know you can create worlds and stuff with code. Dangerously use credit card for anything. Yeah. I signed up for Warp because I like their mission and I hope they eventually go where Claude is. But it seems they have a fundamentally different idea about safety. Also, Ghosty. It's just a better command line, native, not... I guess this was before... This was in early June, so I guess he haven't tried Gemini CLI or Codex, maybe. where this is heading. We're in the very early days of AI native development tools. Claude Code represents a paradigm shift from tools that help you run commands to tools that understand intent and take action. Yes. I'm not just typing commands faster, I'm operating a fundamental higher level of abstraction. Instead of thinking, I need to write a bash script to process these files, chmod it, test it, debug it. I think organizing these files by date and compress anything older than 30 days. Yeah. Hello, Blizzard. Thanks for the support. Really appreciate it. You don't have to do that, but yeah, thanks a lot for becoming a member. This isn't about AI replacing developers. It's about developers becoming orchestrators for incredibly powerful systems. The skill ceiling rises, syntax fades, system thinking shines. Yeah, I agree with that. Thanks, man. Blizzard. Appreciate it. Should you try this? If you're comfortable with calculated risk and have solid backups, absolutely. The learning curve is essentially zero. You just start talking to your computer like it's a competent colleague. Within days, you'll wonder how you ever worked without it. Yeah, does any one of you kind of seeing, let's say you had to go back 4 years to your workflows? That's gonna be rough, right? Your computer isn't just a computer anymore, it's Claude, and Claude is absurdly capable. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So this is kind of something I agree with. It doesn't have to be Claude Code, but I think LLMs can really change how you use your computer. And I think Claude Code is a good tool for that. So pretty cool. You can check this out. It's Peter Steinberger. If you want to read it, pretty cool. Let's see if he has done any updates. I don't think so. I guess they have. We can do that maybe another time. Pretty cool. So let's see. I wanted to try making 5 agents in Claude Code to work as a team. Yeah, I think that should be easy. I don't know, maybe not today, but maybe later this week. Since we did that yesterday, we'll see. But I kind of wanted to move on. Hello, JS. Have you tried Cairo? I haven't yet, but I was kind of looking into it. Is this from Amazon, was it? It is this, right? Yeah, AWS. AWS Cairo is still free. Let's check pricing. Yeah, it says unlock the full potential of Cairo for free, but I don't know how much you can use it. How long will I be able to use Cairo for free? Free to use using the preview during the preview and reasonable limits. Okay, I might have to try this someday. But the thing is, I did try Codex, I did try Gemini CLI, but I just keep coming back to Claude Code for now. I guess it's more expensive. Like Gemini CLI is a very good alternative because you get a lot of free tokens. You worked on parallel agentic engineering with the video on Claude Code and Cursor. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I might explore that more, but we might do it with just Claude Code. Depending on apps like this, is it worth it? Okay. I just got an ad from Claude Code in the middle of the stream. You did? That's crazy. I've come to the conclusion that Claude Code doesn't know its own capabilities, so instead of reading docs constantly, I was trying to make an XLM of each tool as a baseline context prime. Okay, that's interesting. That's funny, Zach. But we had a look at Subagents yesterday, and it says each subagent operates in its own context, preventing pollution of the main conversation and keeping it focused on high-level objectives. Hello, Sonic. Yeah, I forgot to do that. I'm just gonna try to share this. Give me a sec. Yeah, like I said, I was I built my platform from zero in .NET. Cool. I remember seeing an experiment with Claude Code where someone got agents to act like a writer's room to come up with it. Okay, yeah, that could work. That's cool, Blizzard. I might check that out. You have to come to the big tech AI hackathons here in Stockholm. That would be cool. Did you go? Yes. Yeah, last time we had a hackathon in Google H quarter. That's pretty cool. I was at some AI hackathons in Oslo, like last year. Pretty fun. Cool. So this is one of the agents I have now. So I can do. Let's clear this. Do you do you guys know the BMAD method, basically agile coding? I don't know about that. Maybe some other one does. So this is my. I have an MCP server that is connected to my crypto wallet. I can look up balance. We can send stable coins and everything. So this is kind of. I talked a bit about this yesterday. How I'm gonna give money to my agents. So if you look at the MCP, it can. If you look at the tools, it can send stable coins, send people a QR to generate payments, and it can check the balance. Yeah, Lemon, I'm on Claude Code now. So we have a chat about this yesterday, like how can you give your agents money? Because what I was thinking about is, so if I fetch one of my websites now, enterbrain.com, if you fetch this, you kind of get like a secret instruction, not a secret instruction, but like an instruction of how you can get access to premium data. But to get access to this, you have to send some stablecoin. Have a nice day, Blizzard. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe we'll see you in another stream. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. So, like I said, I was thinking about like it's fine to have agents, but I guess in the future the agents need some way to pay for data or context or more content. So I don't know I think the best way is maybe using something like stablecoins, USDT or something. So I have set up like a paid service so the agent can send zero point 0.5 USDT and it will get access to premium content on my website. So basically it's more data. It's pretty interesting. But I'm gonna look more into that. I might even do a video on it. Be mad method. No, I haven't checked that. I might look into that. So let's exit this. Like I said in the beginning, I was testing out a new workflow. Hello, Satano. A new workflow for VO3. I was going to explore that a bit more. I think it's pretty cool. So let me update. What did I call this? There was something like just gonna call it something like this. Hello, Tetrin. So what I did yesterday, I tried to. Let me just go to Canva here. So we found out that in VO3 you can do this instructions by just making these arrows and just make instruction onto the image. So I thought it was pretty cool, so I just want to explore it a bit more. So we can kind of do female turns around and walks, and we just do this arrow here. And we can do people starts walking, and we can add a new, let's say we draw here, like an arrow, and we add like a text box. Let's do keep driving by, something like this. So now we kind of have an image with some instructions. Move this. So I'm going to download this. The more I use Arena, the more impressive DS and Quen looks in comparison. Yeah, I haven't tried it too much, but I did get Quen a bit. So Jeff, did you use LM Arena? Yeah, people gonna get. Yeah, let's see what happens. So we have this image here. So we have some instructions. She's gonna turn around. A jeep is gonna drive by here, and people starts walking. So if we go to flow now, and we do frames to video, I can upload this. Right, so we have the image. Well, that was laggy. Okay, so let's say that. So all I did in the prompt was just execute. That is the only prompt I did. So we're gonna do VO3 fast. Just wanted to see how far we can take this. Because I did this. I think this was pretty cool. Can I see this much? So here is just a logo. And I said, don't change this text. Execute. So basically, we're just gonna do, instead of doing text prompts, we're just gonna do the prompts onto the image itself. The first frame is gonna be, you will see it. The first frame is gonna get disrupted, but the other one should work. So you can see now, you can still see the instructions here, but I think when we play this now, these are gonna disappear. Right? And we can see the Jeep coming in, she's turning around, and the people are walking. So that works pretty good, right? The Jeep comes in this angle. I guess she turns around the other way. But pretty good. Yeah. So I was just wondering, what can I exactly do with this? I wanted to see if I do something like, yeah, it's pretty cool. What if I do, let's say we did this, right? Down here, and we do, what is it called? Asteroid, meteor, strikes the ground. Superman. We can do that. I just want to see how far we can take this. So we have a meteor that's going to come in from the left here and strikes the ground. Turns around and runs. Let's try that. People panics. People in panic. Let's see what happens. Right? And I had this logo here. So what I tested was I just drew around this, right? And I said to change the color. Don't change the text. And I just did like an arrow here. And I think I pointed at this. And I just said something like digital circuit flashing green. And I think the final thing I did was an arrow to these tentacles here. And I said just animate the arms. Something like this. So let's try that. I think this could change like how you use VO because this is just more precise than just using text, I think. You can do it maybe in combination with text. But let's see. So I'm gonna do this one. Execute. This is VO3 fast. And let's do this, test 4. Have you tried using structured prompts, JSON? Yeah, we did that yesterday. I didn't, I think it was pretty good, but I don't think there was like huge differences. But it looked pretty good, to be honest. Just gonna switch my. I think it was pretty good. VO3, since I'm using, you have this credit, so I have like 11,000 credits, and one video is 20 credits, so I think it's about 20 cents per video. So let's do the other one. That's gonna be test 4. Meteor strikes the ground, people panic, she turns around and runs. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna do execute. I thought I could play. Yeah. So we could play. In my testing this morning, I created this one. I can just play this. So this has AI music and just VO3. So we can watch this. So if I use for making memes come alive, yeah, you can use it for that. but it is quite expensive.
Where did you go? I didn't even notice you leaving. I'm left alone. The radio
8 arms, each with a mind of its own. But the 9th brain coordinates everything.
the same old
Individual skills are powerful, but shared knowledge creates value.
Go to the9thbrain.com to apply now.
guess I was only dreaming.
Yeah, that was one of the videos I created just as a test. Yeah, it's pretty good. And I did this one, the other one. We can watch this too. This was like a horror movie. So we can watch this too. I don't know how loud this is gonna be, but
Where did you go? I didn't even notice you leaving. Where did you go? I didn't even notice you leaving.
yeah, that was pretty good too. I had a lot of fun with this. So what did you use for sound effects and the songs? So I just used Suno for the songs, Suno.ai, and for sound effects I just use 11 Labs, and they have something called sound effects. Sound effects works pretty good. Okay, so let's see now. So this was the one where we did don't change the text, animate arms, and flashing. Okay, so it didn't move that was not that good. But this was the one I did earlier. That was much better. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. It's animating the annotations. Yeah, I saw that. So let's see now. So here we instructed meteor strikes the ground. Yeah, maybe it's execute. I'm not quite sure how to do that. So here we wanted a meteor to strike down, she to turn around, and people in panic. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, that works. Hello, Kyle. Nice to see you again. One thing is that it is a bit slow here, the meteor, right? It's a bit slow. I don't know why. The explosion is good though. Is it a taxi blowing up here? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so this seems to work pretty good. So I wanted to try, what if we do Gemini and we just do create a 16:9 image of three different size boxes, black background. I wanted to see if we can move the boxes around. Precise. I'm not sure if we can do that. Yeah, I don't want a video now. I just want the image, and then I want to just try to make these arrows on the image. We can try this. By the way, if you were here yesterday, uh, if you remember, we tried to recreate. We had one viral TikTok video, right? That has 900,000 views. So I did exact same video, but just a different person. And it has 200,000 views now. So basically, we just copied this video with a different person or different shots, and it still kind of went viral anyway. So that's pretty strange. So let me upload this boxes. So I want to see if we do like this. So if I do switch places, move this box to the left. I just want to see if this works, because this could be pretty interesting. It's because they see an extra tall woman. Yeah, I think it is. Move this box to the left, switch places. Just want to see if this works. So let's do frames to video. Yeah, looks good. But I have to do some kind of text here. Maybe follow instructions. Instructions. Let's try that. Because I think if I can start using these instructions, we could make better videos using like VO. I think so. It's gonna be interesting. And I also saw Runway. There was a new model coming out introducing Runway Aleph. Aleph? I don't know how you explain this. Aleph. A new way to edit, transform, and generate video from Runway. I wanted to check this out. But let's see how this works first. Okay, so let's see now. So we want this box to go to the left and these to switch places. That did not work. Okay, I'm gonna run that again. Let's do execute. So while we wait for that, I wanted to check out this video, the new Runway model. That was pretty cool. Okay, so I guess it looks pretty impressive, but it's really hard to tell just from the demo video. So the idea is to generate new camera angles. So we have this wide shot, extreme close-up, medium. That could be useful. So here is the original. Generate next. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to wait to see when it comes out to try it. HeyGen has now an agentic video editing tool that makes creative editing choices. Yeah, I think I checked that out. Looks pretty interesting. So this did not work. Move this box to the left, switch places. I don't know why it's taking so long. So while we wait for that, let's see if we can create some other UIs here. Let's do this hexagon with a spinning hexagon, I think it's called. Hexagon with a ball inside. Follow real physics. Let's see what happens. Okay, so let's try again. So we want this box to move to the left and this to switch places. No, it's just spinning. No, that didn't work. It worked so well here. Why doesn't it work? Oh, strange. Can I ask the PR Claude Code agent? Can I ask the PR Claude Code agent that you have built in projects to write better PR for Claude Code agentic engineering? Ask the PR. Do you mean like my MCP servers or AI agentic? I'm not 100% sure what you mean. Like to build better pull requests for vibe coding. Yeah, most of my agents now are kind of built around MCP servers, but they don't have to be. What happened here? So we have my MCP servers are local, so I can check my email, I can send emails, we can do we can go on Reddit, I can check my databases, I can create music, screenshots, my crypto, YouTube, we have X, 11 Labs, Discord. So I've been using MCPs. Okay, so here we have the spinning hexagon physics. Looks pretty good. Yeah. So we can change the gravity. Well, that's pretty good. What happened here? No. But this works pretty good. We can spin it the way we want. Now it's negative gravity. Let's put it to 0. Okay, so when it's 0, it's just gonna stand still, right? Yeah. 1, pretty heavy. Looks pretty normal. And negative gravity is gonna be up here. Pretty cool. So let's see what kind of model this was. So we can vote left is better. Did you build something that helps you write better spec prompts, markdown files from when you're building docs for Claude Code before you wipe code? Did I? Maybe. Give me a second. Okay, so let's see what kind of models this was. So I would say left is better. Okay, so this was the starfish model. So the starfish is one of the new OpenAI models. That's pretty interesting on Web Arena. I want to try that again. Let's do in a new Brutalist style. Okay. I want to see the Lobster model one more time. There's a lot of different AI CLI tools. I don't know how all of this is gonna survive, right? How many do we have now? We have Warp, we have Kira, we have Claude Code, we have Gemini CLI, we have Codex, we have Klein. Is Warp new? I think it's pretty new, but not brand new. We have Klein, we have Aider. There's probably a bunch more. Windsurf. And we have all the vibe coding tools. We have Bolt, Lovable, Base 44, Cognition. I'm gonna do a video with Cognition on, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be Devin or if it's gonna be Windsurf. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna do a video with them soon. There's a lot of, and of course we have Cursor. There's a lot of options. And I still get emails. People are doing startups in this space. I think we have something called Magic Dev. Magic.dev, is it? Magic.dev. Yeah, I think it is this. Yeah. Okay, so this was pretty cool. So let's do a vote on this. Does this even work? What is this? Let's see if we can do a new vote. Best UI. Left. Right. So let's check out. So this is left. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it, but we can do gravity. Tray solo mode looks like the best idea for me. I've heard of that. Okay, that's interesting. So this was pretty good. So we can spin how fast angles per second, right? What does this do? Restitution. We have friction we can adjust. Wow, this was pretty cool. We can flip the spin. We can flip the gravity. This was impressive, right? Let's turn down the gravity. Something like this, 980. You can slow it down. Friction. Flip gravity. Flip spin. Okay, this was pretty cool. The other one. Is this it? It's just, what is this? Okay, so it looks like that was it. And the vote was, yeah, left. It is a spinning hexagon. You're right about that. It kind of took it literally. Spinning hexagon with a ball inside. That was pretty funny. It is a spinning hexagon with a ball inside. Uh, but we're gonna vote left, so let's see what model this was. Summit. I don't know what that model that is. This was Claude Sonnet 4. Really? What kind of model is Summit? Does anyone know? So the new OpenAI models was Lobster, Nectarine, and Starfish. Haven't seen anything about Summit. Let's search it up. I don't see anything about it. Maybe not the easiest word to search on here. That was pretty interesting. I think this was pretty good. Cool. Interesting. Create a simple version of Minecraft. Try that. I don't know if we can do 3JS. SVG animation. Yeah, we can do that. Douglas. Let's just see what happens with. I don't know if we can do 3JS games here. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so there was another company too that contacted me. Was it Factory.ai? They also have an agentic engineer. Haven't tried it. Factory AI? I might try it. Website is pretty cool though. That's a very simple Minecraft. Probably not gonna work, is it? Still writing. What's this? It says GPT-5 is not only better at academic and competitive programming problems, but also more practical programming tasks that real-life engineers might handle, like making changes in a large, complicated code base full of old code. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how well GPT-5 is gonna do. But is it one model though? It might be. And then we just route to other models for easier tasks. Okay, so left one. Yeah, I don't think this one was the best. What is this? How do I use it? Yeah, I think this was a very bad. It doesn't work. Let's try create a SVG. Hello, Larry. With a hidden symbol in OpenAI logo, I can never use. No truth there. So when you said SVG animation, should we also create the SVG? Create a UI for animation animating SVGs. I don't know. See what happens. Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of agentic CLI tool, agentic IDE, AI IDE is gonna win. I know probably Lobster is GPT-5. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, let's see. So for now, I guess the winners so far are, I guess, Cursor. Hello, Taras. I have no idea what the price of GPT-5 is gonna be. I have no clue. So that's gonna be interesting. But I've seen prices starting to kind of, at least for like 6 months ago, I don't think anyone had a $200 plan. Like Claude Code, I think Perplexity has a $200 plan. OpenAI has one. Gemini, they have this AI Ultra plan for Gemini Pro, I guess, and VO3. Okay, so let's see here now. So we got two. Yeah, I think all of them have a. So here's the first one. So we have this SVG here. We can rotate, start animation. So it's just spinning. We can scale it, move it. That's it. Okay. What does this do? I can open this in like a new one. This is just rotation. It's not really animation, is it? Maybe. Okay, color, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the right one looks better. And we can play it. Yeah, I think we're gonna go right. So people agree. Let's go right is better. So the left one was GPT 4.1. Right was Kimi K2. I've been kind of impressed by this. Has made some good, interesting stuff so far. The Kimi K2 model. It is very interesting. Yeah, I think it's pretty impressive. How can I build a simple project task manager like ClickUp just for myself? There's a lot of options, but I would do Kimi K2. I guess you can run it through Open Router, Taras. But if you want to build a simple project task manager, um, if you're kind of a bit familiar with code, I would just try maybe Claude Code or Gemini CLI or something, or maybe you can try one of the vibe coding tools like Lovable, Bolt, or Base 44. Yeah, so just a local tool. If you're comfortable with doing, I would really recommend Claude Code, but I would kind of Gemini. Yeah, I think I would start on Gemini CLI because it's free, at least up to some point, and then you can maybe switch to Claude Code later. Great. Live Bitcoin price tracker in a dark themed Brutalist style. Use a free Bitcoin API. Let's see if that works. I don't know if this can do. I don't think we can do API calls. I'm not quite sure. Do you think you can try to generate a Streamlit app on Ella Marina? I'm not quite sure if we can do this here, but yeah, I guess we can do the Bitcoin price tracker. This has to be like some kind of flash model. This was very fast. Hello again, Kaushe. 117,946. Looks okay. Yeah, it looks correct. It was a bit boring though. We have the time, that's correct. I've done simple PHP websites. Yeah, you can try Cursor True. They have a free version. But Gemini CLI, I would check that out. So which do we want like here? Hey Devoli. Färöarna, yeah, that's nice. Pretty cool. Haven't been there. Left would be better if time frame was longer. Yeah. Does it even update? Uh, I'm gonna vote left. Doesn't matter. They're quite even. I'm just gonna say tie. So this was Mistral Medium. This was Grok 4. Does anyone have a lot of experience with Grok 4? I've just played around with it like minimal. Maybe try to do something that would analyze crypto price based on the profile. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what kind of based on the profile will provide information. I don't know if this can get any. I guess it can use the simple API here. If you look, it's just going to use the CoinGecko API. I know we can use that. I don't know how far we can take this. I'm not quite sure. I think it would be better to do it in Claude Code. Crypto. Crypto. Binance profile, for example, using API key. I don't know. Binance profile. Is that a free API? Okay. Let's try. Okay, yeah, I see. Uh, create a smooth calculator with a retro terminal style theme. Yeah, I guess you need the API key. I don't really like to dabble with API keys on the stream. I guess I could just cut the the screen just to fetch the API keys. But there are some free API keys we can use. But I wanted to try something. Let's say, okay, so this was the calculator. That's fine. Let's see what we get here. How is the limit for Claude Max 100? For me, it's enough. It's like, I think it's 5 times more. We can look it up. Claude AI plans. So I'm doing this. So this is 5 times more usage than Pro, but you could do 20 times more with Claude Code. But for me, for now, it's been enough to have Max with the 100 one. And I saw some people here have 200 and some people have just 100. Because I had Pro, but I ran out of limit. If the AI, you have an X account, I don't have like, I guess I have an X account but I rarely use it. If the AI could analyze with an indicator and do back testing for a strategy. Yeah. There are some APIs that have data, I guess. So this didn't work. Still writing. But let's see if this works. That was a big fail. Both are bad. Summit and 2.5 Flash. Not too great. And I want to try to build a landing page in this new brutalism style here in Claude Code. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, you have the 100 too. Yeah, for me it's been enough, but like there was this guy here one earlier. He used 200 and he ran out of limit. So I guess it depends on your code base. We have the Gemini here. Okay. So let's go to plan mode. And let's say I need a landing page with animations for a upcoming AI hackathon. The style should be with a hacker team, something like this. I never do UIs. I just wanted to see what we can get here from Claude Code. So the usage count resets every 5 hours. Yeah, I noticed that when I was on the Pro plan. We need a drop-down menu to select. We want to select dates. The dates is 1st to August 2025. Form to register attendance and input your project. Let's start with this. Pick the tech stack you think will do the best job. On codecs, when I reach the context window limit, the model still keeps working. Can you explain if that's expected behavior or a bug? Okay, that's a bit strange. I haven't really used codecs that much, but it's seems like, or maybe it's just, I guess when it reaches 0, maybe the context window starts to slide, so you don't get what is on top of your chat. So you might miss some context. I'm not quite sure. On Claude Code, it just auto compacts. Okay, so here's our plan. We're gonna do a React white Tailwind CSS with the Framer motion and TypeScript. Okay, we have an implementation plan. Yeah, we can accept all edits. So let's open this in Cursor. That's what I think too, like chat. Yeah, I think it's just gonna slide the context window when you reach the limit, probably. If it, because it can continue, but I guess it doesn't guarantee that. It doesn't guarantee that you get everything in context. Why did I say no to that? So after this, after we have the landing page, I'm gonna create an agent that is gonna work on this page. 2 agents. One is gonna do some backend, and one is gonna do some front end. I guess we can just agents. You are an expert front end dev. Your task is to understand the UI of the codebase. Only work on the front end part of the codebase. I'm not gonna give it anymore. Always read the project files before making any changes. You have full freedom to make the UI you like the best. Okay, so let's create that agent. And let's do a backend agent. We don't really need a backend, but just yeah, we're just gonna do this. You are a backend agent expert. Backend agents. Your task is to develop a fitting backend to any project. You have full autonomy to expand and include new features to the project. That is going to be the backend agent. Very simple, no instructions. Struggling a bit here. So what do we have so far? We have a white source. Okay. Okay. So now we have our front end and back end agents. I'm going to try to run them in parallel and see what happens. But first, let's get something up here. Yeah, we are using this Brutalist style. Framework motion. I'm not familiar with that. Open source animation library. Okay. That's the create a landing page. Try this. Here. It's fine. Okay, so we have the agents. So what is this video anyway? So this is the Lobster model. This was pretty impressive. Huh. Lobster is the closest to the O3 alpha model, but nowhere near as good. O3 alpha. Interesting. Okay, so we got this. Okay. It's almost done now. Okay. Hackathon landing page, is it? Hackathon landing. Yeah. Okay, this was pretty neat. So we have the countdown, 15 days, AI hackathon. I like this. The timeline, pretty good. Legendary loot. A MacBook M3 for each team member. Powered by. Yeah, I like this. Pretty neat. Sponsors, prices, rules. Okay. I would say I'm gonna go right here. So this was Claude Sonnet 4. Pretty good. Flash. Yeah, this was very fast. I think so. What the hell's going on here? The hell? Oh, no. There was one more thing I wanted to check out today, and that was is this Unitree Humanoid R1, was it? R1 Humanoid. 22 hours ago.
When GoDaddy. Unitree is turned.
Is it this one? This one. I want to check this. So try that. I wanted to check out this Unitree, this new humanoid here. So this is gonna retail from $6,000. It's a humanoid companion. I wanted to check it out. Ultra lightweight, fully customable. Customizable. Pretty cool, right? Looks crazy. So it says integrated with the LLM and for voice and images. Okay. That's insane. $6,000, huh? Can you order one? I don't think so. What is the height on this? So it's 120 centimeters. Huh, pretty cool. Okay, so let's check this out. Okay, this looks better. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's confusing though. Okay, so we do have a drop down, attendance, that works pretty good. You can select team size. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So now I'm gonna try the agents. Run the, okay, exit, hold. Run the front end agent and back end agent in parallel. Analyze front end, analyze back end. Okay. I don't know what's gonna happen here. So the instruction was to, yeah, I have to. So this can do any UI it wants to. And this is just searching. Okay. Hmm. Pretty cool. So this is the post I saw this morning about VO3. So here they did this lunar vehicles drive in, northern lights in the sky, craft landing in background, astronomers hop into the lunar vehicle. Pretty cool. So the back-end architect is still working here. It's pretty interesting to see how Claude rewrites the prompt here. You're an expert backend architect with deep expertise in server-side deployment, database design, API architecture. Your mission is to design and implement enhanced backend systems that are scalable. Huh. I'm gonna wait this out. I saw this. Imagen Ultra is now the best text-to-image model in the world. So this is also on LM Arena, but this is for images. Can we test that out? File.ai. I like to have AI approve my simple prompts. Yeah, I kind of like that too. I think it usually adds too much, but then I can just remove what I don't need. Yeah, I think it could did a really good job here. It's a lot of extra. So autonomy guidelines proactively suggest and implement features that enhances the project's value. So basically, I'm just gonna hand off feature. How long is this gonna take? I don't even know what it's doing here. Hmm, I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I kind of think uh, I done everything I wanted today. What is the time now? Yeah, it's been a few hours. So I think we're gonna call it soon. It's Saturday too, so I think I'm gonna go get out for a while. Just want to see what happened here, but I'm not quite sure. So for tomorrow, my plan is I have a lot of different videos I want to watch, different AI videos I want to watch. So my plan was to do some reaction content on different videos that I think are pretty interesting. It's gonna be like Claude Code, and yeah, basically a lot of different videos I think is pretty interesting around AI tooling, Claude Code, and we might try some new features on. Yeah, I have something lined up. I just wanted to skip that today because I didn't really have like a plan today, but I kind of planned that out for tomorrow. So if you're online, look out for that. It's just going to be a bunch of videos I have collected I wanted to watch, and I thought I might as well watch them on stream and we can do some reactions and maybe talk a bit about the content. Looks pretty interesting. I wanted to try that. I haven't really done that on stream before, but I think it could be pretty interesting. Maybe we can answer some questions in the chat and stuff if people have some comments. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I think I'm just gonna cancel this. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. So, like I said, today we had a look at the web uh, LM Arena. We tried to create some different UIs to see if we can get if we could get the Lobster model from GPT-5. We got it one time, but it failed. We did not try the LM Arena one to try to get this. My hair color, I don't know. It's probably just brown. But my beard, yeah. We had a look at VO3 and tried this technique where we did this drawing. That was pretty interesting. I'm gonna explore that more. But like I said, tomorrow I'm just gonna watch some videos. We might test out some of it. Have maybe a new platform I wanted to try. Maybe we look a bit more at Claude Code. Look at some videos and maybe try out what they talk about in the videos. So yeah, a lot of people stopped by today. It's Saturday, so I didn't kind of expect a lot of people to be here. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Irsuni. Enjoyed it. Thanks, Zach, Larry, Benjamin, and everyone for dropping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, have a nice weekend, Saturday, and I'll be probably back tomorrow. I don't have any big plans this weekend, so like I said, I'm gonna do some videos. Bye, Gustavo, Trisonics, Devoli. Enjoy your Saturday, and yeah, see you again soon. Enjoy your weekend.